So welcome to VGA Tutorial, and we're always trying to give you guys update, right? So we're going to do some stuff right now. Okay, so today on our tutorial, we're going to teach you more about query, right? So you can query for stuff. So, we talk about programming in ways that they give you a broad view of how everything goes, right? So a lot of time when we go online and we look at example, they draft examples from the textbook itself or what they normally put in the textbook, so they feel they learn it that way, you can learn it that way. But it leads me to something that I think that Elon Musk said about education. Well, you'll have to have people engaging in the thing. So engagement means really seeing it and not, well, like teach them the theory of how a thing may work. You understand? But just show them the practical way. And while showing them the practical way, you still introduce the theory to them and a more greater understanding about what and how things work in the programming. So, I'm going to come along the line, and I'm definitely going to set up a HTML program and to HTML5, because I learned HTML, and I still have my big Bible, thick book about, I think it's about 2 inches or 3 inches thick or something, with everything about web designing in the early days, right? And so that's in my head. So, and while I was studying that book, it was the same thing. They just gave you fairly a lot of examples that really works, but a lot of them that come really difficult, then you really learn anyway. But it's because the way the scientist or whoever is really doing the documentation is thinking in a more high-tech, sophisticated way. And most people, even if you're high-tech, should really think simple. Because the more simpler form you think in creating a software or program, that's the more a software becomes more nearer to user-friendly, quantum even. So that's what they're trying to get to, quantum technology. But quantum technology is like a simple thing. See, so you do the difficult thing and then they get to the simple thing. So they'll deal with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they think about 1, a 0 can be turned into 1, a 0, 10. A number can just evolve and change into anything, I guess, to fit the environment, right? Okay, so we talk about programming, right? And the way, okay, since we, the human being itself, really run on a quantum framework, why most of the scientists trying to figure out, say, well, it's okay for them to really start developing things that works with us, right? And that's where the more talk about even creating machinery and technology that we can then plug into the system then in that way. Programming is a thing. Even on the lowest level of programming that I do, okay, normally I play around with generating stuff. But generating stuff is cloning stuff and copying stuff. So that's a form of cloning and copying technology. And I improve it more. Okay, so fine. Maybe I start in the future, start messing around a little bit. So I'm going to start doing that and try to calculate different things and look at different way of in that farm. So I have 3D printers, right? So I could say somewhere in the future I might be writing other program that embodies the quality of generating stuff and automatically just grabbing from different library, different thing, and then creating something. So that's be the same thing that a AI program can take information from different things and create, seeing an object that can then be sent to the 3D printer for printing, right? Depends on what element you need to put inside this product you're working with. So working with technology that copies stuff or generates stuff or regenerates stuff, it's still a good technology. And that's where I'm at. Okay, so query for stuff is why we brought you here today. And I'm going to put up a database query program soon. I always take like a few days or stuff, but if you keep coming back, you will see the query program. I just, like, before the query program comes up, I need to go install a subscription farm. So you can subscribe and then download the program. That way, anytime I put up something new, I can just say, hey, I got something new happening here. Come check the software and the program. So let's get over. Okay, so I'm a developer for smtvs.com. And along the way, I might have shown you guys, like smtvs.com, back in the days, prototype community. I still have a lot of good function, like, okay, a customized following system that I invented and created my way, right? And a custom messaging system that is mine, script and database, right? That type of way. So those are the things that's going to be, I will be using in smtvs.com because I created. So the messenger really just works if you inside and you need to like message someone, you can send them a message and the message will go and alert them on their on their mobile phone. They will see that text come on their mobile phone. You got a message over there at smtvs.com and you can just basically log in and look at your message, right? And so that will be improved in a much way. All right, and a lot of the stuff that I do, okay, creating program then. I come across a lot of example where, like I said, they define the user ID and then write from that. But if you do that and you give it to someone to try your example, might as well you would just went and wrote or write a simple login and logout form thing, right? And that will give a better way to see how the program is happening, but a lot of them just do this and that. Well, anyway, cool. When I give you your query program, I will have to give it to you with a member database and everything, so you can log inside as a user and go ahead and update your avatar and all those stuff, right? So I'm gonna need to actually write an example. So just listen to what I'm saying about the query and how the query works, right? And then you can have a more full picture. And I can show you working files and other files. So let's go over here. And you guys do remember you can go over to VGA and use the download here to download the last tutorial that we put up, right? And we put up another one yesterday that shows you the new building tool that's also being worked on in the lab. Okay, so let's jump on over here to SMTVS. It has no name right now, right? And which one is this? Let's see which one we have. We have profile. So while we have profile then, and it has no name to indicate who or what is in this site, right? So let's go up here for a minute. And like, we just still like teaching you some stuff, right? Now the database that I'm using right here, you would probably not have this database. This is SMTVS actual database I'm working on, but that's why I need to write you a simple user form database that we have laying around. In fact, I'll explain a lot of things about programming. Okay, this is SMTVS database right here. And allows me to, okay, I think I got the wrong one here. I'm using the wrong statement. So this is for my query. I wrote the query a different way from how I would write, calling from the actual member database. So I'm really calling from SMT-based member database. And over there it's an empty database really, because I started a new database, and most of them who joined SMT-based on the other in the market. So only I'm here and one of the developer that I want to do something, right? And what was it? Well, okay, I'm trying to find this. It's not up here. Did I miss it? And did we? We sort of like switched, adding stuff. Stuff get pushed to the bottom, And you'll miss it because I run fast. I'm in profile the right place, yeah. See, just gotta like, you're moving too fast or something. So, yeah, this program, the database works a lot. I'm using, like I'm saying here, calling the database one way, and let's go down here. And querying, no, I'm doing query work now, right? I'm querying for the member use. At first I started out, I refer in the query, even though it's not a part of the query, but it's a part of the script that I define it to call the user data. Like we were talking about user data, how they define it, but la la dee da. Well, I use it this way. I use it for the session and call the username, right? And I still went here and fetch this information that I really need, right? So I fetch a user data. MySQL I'm fetching the object, and MySQL I query. So we're doing the query now, right? And then we are selecting from the user, the U member, where the username is equal to the user data, right? So what's that telling the computer is, okay, search and look for that specific user and display that user information. Now, how are we going to display the user information then onto the page? So we have a query. I need to look at a query program here I picked up along the way. And this is my little query program, right? Okay. And it's here. Here is the category category. The category, if the category is empty or whatnot. Actually, I'm not using that part of the program right here. I'm using this part right here now, querying for like a post. But I'm still using here. That's wrong. Actually, I'm using here and here. The category is in the database. It's just connect. We are not that. But just to actually show you that I'm calling a query here. I'm getting the stuff here, right? So when you notice, I'm going to go on a page and I'm going to call a page. You're going to notice I have a question mark and then I put a P, right? So it's looking for that P, which is looking for that page. I can obviously either insert username and things like that, and so it just like you look for the username, you can write formula like that. So that's like when you're in certain site and you call to the profile page, their name come up because you set the query to call to get username, but I'm just saying to get a page by represented by P, right? See, and then we just went and did it. If the empty and the post and the empty category and the array, right, equals to query all posts, right? Else if post is empty, the post and the post array equal to query the post, pointing to the post itself, right? As if it's empty in the category, just going to echo the category. Okay. And it's open, meaning this is an open PHP file. Even though we have a closing bracket, the statement is still open. So it's open here while fetching. My head is mad. For each post array as a post. Okay, you guys. Sometimes too much things in my head, right? All right. So what that allows us to do now is to go now and establish a PHP call. Right, you see right here? This is PHP. Just now echoing the post username. See? So that's how I'm querying for the stuff. Right? Cool. Real cool, right? And after doing all that stuff here, right, I end the for each right here. So it ends it out because I have other things that's happening. I'm calling now from the actual member database to retrieve some of the profile information for that user to be displayed on the profile page, in their profile page that someone may search for in the site, right? Because query means if you have the address of that query, you can put it in and call. All right? So on this side of the world right here, I'm calling now to the member database. So I don't write a bunch of stuff here. It's real small. I just query select from the user members, right? The U member, which is the user member, right? And a simple result and query program by the result equal to MySQLi query, and the connect is the database that the actual database file that we are connecting to, right? And that's in my top file, that's in my class, and the class users embodies a lot of things to connect to the database. So that's other stuff that you're not going to really see because I'll be writing it in a different way for you, but you will be still having the same result. Meaning if you want the way I have it, then I still do freelance like people say, and you can link me and I'll do it that way for you. Okay, so let's get to what it really look like. Okay, so now we have my name up there, right, in the address part. We established that. The name is here, and I also pulled information for this user profile, public profile. And like I said, at smtvs.com, I'm developing both personal and business profiles. So one, who is in business is some similar thing, right? And if it was a business, you can just have other detail like your address and of your business and a description of your business, and we'll be able to even put an image for your business logo and all that kind of stuff. And you'll be able to post at least 3 or 4 information about your business inside there, right? So that's how this page is like visualized. Now, for other member users in the site, you can click on, right? That's a demo user, and this is a programmer who want to join the site, right? That's there, okay. Oh. Well, we try to see what the program does all the time, you know. Okay, smart program. I love it. I love it. Smart program. But I can change that still. You know. When I say smart program, okay, meaning while you here, you can see this user information, right? And then you can click here to go to the actual user page that looks like this. And you will see, then you will be able to see that user information, right? Okay? So what took place there is because I don't have the query, two different things is happening, right? And it's allowed, I could have actually locked all of it on the one thing by taking that NH and make it be the very last thing in the program. And if I do that, to make that be the very last thing in the program, right? That's a bike rising past my doors open. If I did that, then it will query the other user information. You know what I'm saying? That type of way. I should try that. Sometimes we have like what we call like mistakes and stuff in the program when we try to like go ahead and make the program try to rise that way. If I look down here and see what it does, it said give it to me right here. So I give it to the program right now. I don't know what's gonna happen, but let's see what happens. Our program is safe. Okay, so now let's talk to the query and see what happens. Okay, the bottom spot is still not, it's still not governing it. All right. However, still, you know, this, here is what the part of the program that changes here. See, this is the area that the program changed for the user. Right? Like that. Cool. So, now I'm going to work it out. Well, I have a program that's actually doing that already, you know. The first prototype. The very first prototype we have. So, okay, let's move on. So, it's kind of look cool. We're still developing SMTVS profile, yes, so we can have a profile system that's there. And the greatest thing about it that I am a creator of the dark gold generator template building program, and this template was generated from the dark gold generator. And I often tell people that for a programmer who's working on doing certain things, it's so easy for you to copy a given template, whether it be music. I have everything over there. I have blogs, and you know, in fact, I'm using one of the blog template right here to actually rewrite into profile, right? So, because I thought about, fine, well, this ways, like I said, I can call the information that is to be the profile the way I call this, and so everything would automatically change. So, for instance, I will give a demonstration one more time. So we have to like demonstrate stuff to people so they know I have a look. And I'm, in the end of this thing right here, I'm gonna be showing you the actual database and how everything is really working, right? Is that cool? So you guys can get like a real first-hand thing to that. And where did I put that file? Gotta know where I'm sticking stuff, you know. And when I change stuff around, that too, I often just be changing stuff, photo, designation, pages. Wow, this was one. Which one I'm looking at? Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. Well, let's go to index where I can grab one really fast, and instead of really trying to search, really search, bunch of search thing. It's like, right? So, and I feel that who is here watching this have an interest in program, so you're trying to definitely see what's gonna happen in the end, right? Cool. I guess what I'm looking for is one of these, and I should just go ahead and grab this. Go back to profile. All right, cool. Because what I did, I changed, yeah, certainly this bloodbath friggin' sitting, yeah, come on, go do that in the background. So that's my problem on Microsoft now. I wait for the computer to do that because pre the thing. The cloud keep taking things up, putting in the cloud. I don't want that to happen. Microsoft keeps forcing my thing up in their cloud. Took away my trash can from off of my thing. It's trying to blackmail me to go into the cloud to get my trash can. So I'll wait till the computer is filled and then go to it and say, yeah, delete this and delete that. Because that's the only way I can get to my trash can. No, try to remount the trash can, a bunch of nonsense. I can't take these people. That's why I have my own damn system in the future. You see? You know, so where we are. You see, this is what I go through, man, in development world and stuff. Okay. Is this the one I'm looking for? What I'm doing right? Well, sometimes you're trying to just do stuff. Where did I put it? I didn't come. Let's go someplace where we can actually do that. You know, even though like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now this is a real query page. 12. Then, okay. All right. So this person doesn't have nothing written in their page. But if they did, all the information will be here. So, imprime. Yeah, that type of stuff. But like I say, if you are visiting a page, profile, if you're still visiting this page, right, you still search certain information. So I can clip this to the side. So it's almost, I can make it happen, but if you think about it, you should be still seeing your information while be able to visit other people's page, because it's something like that I did in the other one. But you still, like when you go to someone's page, you like see every single thing about them, like in Facebook. You can see all their posts and stuff. But of course, we are writing to a new user administration system, so I'm creating new routines around the system, right? I've just recently, well, integrated the old function that we are writing along with the new function that we are writing. That's why this is a new function of writing, and this is the old one. But I think the old one is much better because it's giving me more control over query. So in computer program, there are programs that are written for a program to do query, and programs that are written certain way, you cannot really set up a query program for it because it's so dependent upon just that single user and not really depending upon you're going to be querying for somebody else. That means you're going to be searching for somebody else. So queries is just search. More like Google query, and then it's all about metafile. So Google's using metafile and query to just get stuff and people to find stuff. Meanwhile, that's why Facebook changed into a query, because Facebook was always a meta company. Facebook was just Facebook, but Facebook started realizing that, okay, to develop their system more on a meta search is more productive for their site, in the same way that Google really use a lot of meta search too involved in their searching. And that's the same, in the same sense that we are developing products or script that embed with certain meta information. In other words, if you, so now we'll take our time to try to show you some of the script up front, and you can try to like, and I should just go ahead and go to my drawer here. I have to make these things smaller, you know? And okay. And we'll go to download, right? So I have my download drawer kind of organized. I keep getting stuff, so I keep having to make folders. Alright, and this is where I'm supposed to be, right? My download drawer with different stuff. Okay, which one we got here? We got the index, so let's bring up the database and let's bring up the query. Okay, so in the beginning of the video and everything, we talk about query and what a query file. So let's make this really large. So for everyone who's like watching the video now, I will leave a little minute, so and it's there now, so you can put your video on pause and see the query. And I don't know what database are you using the query from, what member database you can use the query from, but I'm giving you the simple version as a working program that you can see and right away said, oh, I can go try this now in my thing, right? So you do need to require at once the class database file, right? And this is your actual query file that's taking care of everything for you, right? So we started out by, you know, setting the class and everything, right? As you see here for the query. And then we ask for a function, right? By creating this function here to do this, right? Okay? And it's global, make the database global, right? Okay. So I've got a query now. We started by selecting from the member database, right? So what I do to have it certainly just log on, bring in one thing instead of not loading them. But if you do it the other way, it will load everything to the window for you. If you have 6 members, it's going to load all the 6 members to the window. And if you're not calling the page on ID, it will load everything for you at the same way, okay? But if the page is called, the way I said it here, it only will load the first. So because I said load from 1 to 1, from 0 to 1, it looks for the ID. My ID is 1, so it loads my ID every time. So if I said it that I made like say a 0 ID, right? It'll load to that ID first. Okay? So you can have your index page in there as another ID, but you want to be loaded every time. And your home, as your home page, you can create a home and it will, you know what I'm saying. All right, so we close out the first query selection, right? And we establish the post now, right? In the same way, right? Calling. Because I'm doing posting and retrieving the post. Let's get out of here. So let's go to the next one. We did the database. So the database now, the class database is here. So I'll also leave that up so you can definitely see it and copy it. So like I said, as a program, I like to just see the real thing, copy it, and then you have it. Okay. So you know that you will put your database name here, your password and stuff. And say, for instance, if you work in local database, this will be in your local database, right? And you can have no password. And can have my database, if that's the name of your database. So your database name, my database. So that's the name of your database, right? That way. And so you can do this by changing this to root. And most local server has no password because not everybody really said it's local. And you can put this in that way, and that should happen. I'm gonna leave that in there. I'm gonna actually let's see. We're gonna make this the name of our query database, right? Let's see. Anyway, so that's a query. And how to retrieve these stuff now. So I went back and as you know, I'm making your stuff now, so let's clear up some stuff right here real fast. Query for your stuff, right? So I tell I'm writing you an example, right? So it's like I'm talking to you guys and doing the example at the same time. Okay. And then I'm gonna do a real good page for you guys to like work with. Okay. So this in the slow query right here. I'm only querying for the user. Okay, and let's do this. But we don't know also which account you're gonna be, but you as a programmer you know to put your web address there wherever that is. Wherever the user drawer is, and I am using an image drawer, and I'm calling the row inside the database. The name of it is image, right? And then we have the first name and the last name, call, right? This is a little circular image thing, a little small thing, right? So let's make it really big and save this information first so you guys can copy the top, which is the actual query that comes from here. The HTML part that's in the body. So we should make a notation that this is the body, right? That's for now. We'll stick that in there, but just to mark it now. This is the body, right? And you can that, right? Okay. That's it. So what I'm doing, I'm just like trying to make some notation for you guys by telling you to put this in the body, all right? Okay, so you guys know this is the head right here. And this is the body, all right? So you put this up in the head of your program, put this in the body, and you put that at the end, right? So you guys kind of see. Okay, so let me let you guys see the query. Okay, now the body and the end. Cool. So I think you guys, no, let's say this, yes. I think you guys really got it now, right? I gave you the actual formula in video, so you can stop the video, and if you're someone who's already up in programming, you should be able to create this right here. Now if it works for you, you can go over to VG, hit up on my little webmaster thing, drop me a line at VG and said, hey, it works. If it don't work, drop me a line. I'm going to leave my email at VG there. administration at VG. If it doesn't work, please link us and we'll tell you how it works. Thank you very much for viewing this VGA tutorial.